charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Texans and the Saints, and it comes your way next.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now,
Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And Lance going to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Brandon Cooks. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd down and 8. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 8. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lance now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Here's Lance. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his turnover.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up first. Complete to Allen. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion.
Taking it right down Broadway. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them.
That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 58 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Lance looking to throw it. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. To throw, it's Lance. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 3 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Ready?
They'll turn to Kamara. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Pierce gets this one running right. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break up that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 5. Stroud to throw it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. The throwing again is Stroud.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for the second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Drill green. Go pink. Stick. Mega. Blue strike.
On first down, Lance. A quick one here, hauled in by Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now Lance throwing on second down. Back to Kamara for another catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Lance now on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And Lance now to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team? But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance, that's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down. So signals the referee as they're going to convert by about a yard there on 4th and 5. Good conversion. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And Lance again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. To the sideline and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. How do they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down?
On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Into the hands of Perry, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go. Drop the stick. Ball red.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Yellow. Black ultra. Black shot. Blue black. Hut, hut.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Lance looks to throw again.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go now.
Lance and company going on 4th down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
First throw now for the backup Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Mills finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Mills. That's complete to Hutchinson.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. back now here live in New Orleans. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing, Mills.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on the...
And look at this! They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Mills.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth quarter lead. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, 734.
Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw his car.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
1st down, Mills.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Mills.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And his kick is indeed good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by 5, 54 seconds to go.
You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing his car. And he's got his big tight end here. And they work this route upfield across the 45. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Carr. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
6:37.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. 694.
Here's Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Raider 9. Raider 1. That's it.
Carr to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was the big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
Here now, 3rd down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
7:34. 29. 20.
Back to throw. Carr. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.